Hi Scorpio, this is your monthly reading for the month of May for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and this is not going to resonate for every single Scorpio out there. Alright, you guys. So what is happening for my Scorpios for the month of May? We have the King of Cups, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Hierophant, the Four of Wands, Death, the Seven of Cups, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. So, Scorpio, I'm kind of getting something that for the month of May, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to have kind of this, you're going to feel kind of low emotionally. There's going to be something there that might bug you. I'm also getting just a little, maybe a little irritable as well. And you're going to just be irritable randomly. And I feel like for some of you guys, you don't understand why. Or maybe you just feel like there's something in the air. There's something going on. But internally, there's just this, I'm getting this friction somehow. A lot of you guys want to just start taking action with stuff. I'm getting that a lot of you are, it's like you're getting frustrated. And maybe you're saying something, but you're not, you're doing it out of a place of a wounded place is what I'm feeling. Because you want to move something along. It's like your end goal is this stability here, this Four of Wands. But I feel like you're dealing with somebody or a situation where it's not coming together. It's not touching the ground. It's not taking you where you want to go. But you don't want it to end, so you're trying to fight it by like almost choosing the right thing. But this is causing you a lot of pain and frustration. Because a part of you deep down inside knows that you shouldn't have to fight for what it is that you truly want. That if the, you know what I mean? It's like if this, because you want kind of like this love, this admiration, this understanding, this growth, this compassion, this lifestyle where it's like you feel free, you feel understood. And it's like you're holding on to that because you don't want to go down another path. But what you're holding on to isn't giving what you need. And you know this deep inside that you deserve better than what you're settling for. And that's kind of what I'm getting here, Scorpio. Was perhaps you settled, or you've put yourself down more than what you deserve, because it's like you can't walk away from something, which feels like for a lot of you guys, it's like you're wanting to protect this inner self. Like you don't want to be abandoned again, or you don't want to be left out. And so you're trying your hardest to fight for this connection, or to fight for something that isn't right for you. It's like you're putting yourself in a place where you know deep down inside maybe you don't belong, but you're holding on to the outcome because of this fear that you have of not getting the stability, or not getting the love that you deserve. Because this feels really painful. This feels like something that is something that you feel like you've had to fight against for years. I'm also getting that you have this fear of being clingy. You're afraid to be clingy, so you try not to be clingy. But then you can kind of come off cold or detached in some way. Maybe you've had partners tell you that, but there's like a sense of you that feels distant from other people, and it's really painful. But it has a lot to do with this core belief that if you get too close, or they really see who you are, then they'll be scared, or they'll run away. Because, you know, like Scorpios, they go to like the depths of the ocean where it's so pitch black and so dark and cold that it's like you don't know what's lurking under the waters. It's scary. It's unfamiliar. And I feel like for some of you guys, you have that fear that that's kind of how people are going to do, is they're going to see that and they're going to run away, or people can't handle that type of pressure, or that type of intensity that you admit. So let's get some clarifiers here. Yeah, see, it's heartbreak. You're feeling misunderstood. You feel like you've been taken advantage of. It's just, there's this emotional attachment to it. It's hard to let it go. And every time you get into a relationship too, it's like you have this fear, is this person going to do it too? So I feel like you're always worried. You're always wondering, what is the other person feeling or thinking? It's like you're always trying to make people like you. You're afraid that they're going to leave you. So it's like you have all these fears, all of these stuck energy. It's like you try to rely on others to make you happy, but you know that that's what's keeping you stuck. And it's painful. Because all you want is this stability. All you want is this being loved and nurtured and kind and getting cared and taken care of. And you just want to be loved for who you are. But yet you have this fear of being who you are. You have this, it's like, are you being a reciprocal to what it is that you really want? Are you open to receive what you want, instead of giving or settling? Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, you need to let down this guard, this wall up that's keeping you stuck from getting what it is that you really deserve. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, you are like, there's a sense of being afraid that if you don't take action, or if you don't do stuff for other people, then people are going to leave you, or that things aren't going to come in. There's this sense of being afraid that that if you do ask for something, that you might not get chosen, that you might not be loved. You know what I mean? It's like maybe some of you guys are afraid to really, you're afraid of the conflict that it brings to want something or to ask for something. Because it kind of almost feels like, Scorpio, you're dealing with a situation where you feel maybe like you wait on somebody, or you wait to see how somebody's going to react before you react. I feel like you get frustrated because you wait for people to make, like, they promise you all these things and then they don't deliver it, and so then you get frustrated because you feel stupid, or you feel like you've been used or something. But it's like you've always just been around the same type of people, it almost feels like. Or you get a variety, but they're always toxic, or they're always never putting you first. And I'm getting to is like, for a lot of you guys, you put a lot of love and care into other people, and you just feel like it never gets repaid. I'm feeling like you have a lot of earth in your chart, or you have like a rising that's an earth sign. Because it feels like you really want to show people you care through physical attributes, by like giving, or you always try to show that you love people. But I feel like you overly exert yourself because you love so deeply, or because you have so much to give, that you don't allow others to have the space to give. Because if you're always giving and you're never receiving, or you're never allowing to be to get received, then it's almost like you're just not gaining the full experience of life. You're always missing out on stuff, and you're always getting the short end of the stick, because you also need to put yourself first. You can't expect other people to put you first, because I feel like you put others ahead of you at times here, Scorpio, and that's what's kind of tripping you up. Is you need to put yourself first and then put other people after you. It doesn't mean that you can't take account their feelings. That doesn't mean that you can't still care about that person, or want the best for that person, or want to still be there for that person. But if you're drained, if you're tired, and you're hoping that this individual is going to reciprocate to you what you reciprocate back, then you're going to be disappointed, because most of the time people won't give back what you give back. And so you have to learn to balance that out inside of yourself. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, that's what's keeping you guys stuck. So I feel like a lot of you guys right now are just struggling with trying to come to terms with why you feel like your life is where it's at. Because I don't think that it's really necessarily bad, but you're just disappointed where you are currently. And for the month of May, learn to just sit within that energy and just give yourself that compassion. Because I feel like a lot of you guys, you beat yourself up saying, well, I should have been here already, or I should have had this done already. And it's like, you don't need to do that. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, you give a lot, but you're feeling tired, you're feeling burnt out. And I'm getting the sense that you really need to take in this time, like get some fresh air. I feel like you guys are dehydrated as well. Maybe you're getting headaches, or you're just not feeling at your best this month. And I'm getting the sense that it's because you're overworking yourself, you're stressing yourself out, you're exerting yourself too much to people. You're lending an ear to people that take advantage of your kindness. Because I feel like you might be around some energy vampires or something here, Scorpio. And I feel like that's what's really draining of you, is you are so quick to want to help people. You're so quick to want to give to people that you are being depleted, you're being drained, and then you're not replenishing for yourself because you're not taking time for yourself, or if you do, you're not truly unwinding and relaxing. You're always still worried and stressed, and I just feel like it's messing with your health a little bit. So for the month of May, try and make it really easier for your health. Take it easier for yourself. Don't overexert yourself if you can, because I feel like you guys are overworking yourself here, Scorpio. I'm also just getting the sense of frustration, like every time you try to put yourself out there, every time you try to do something that's creative or something that you feel like is important, you feel like it never gets received properly, or you feel like nobody truly understands parts of yourself. And I kind of come to that realization that, you know what? I always wanted this. I always wanted somebody to truly understand me, and then I kind of realized that it's because I didn't really understand myself. And I feel like it's just something that's hard to explain, because once you realize parts of yourself, and when you realize who you kind of are and you start to learn more and more about yourself, it's almost like the more you realize that there are parts of yourself that are sacred and that don't need to be talked about or don't deserve to be discussed, because sometimes certain people just don't deserve to get to know who you are, or don't get to see that side of you, you know? And that's kind of what I'm getting here, is clearly that is something that has been bothering some of you, is wanting to be close to people. That's what Scorpio is. They want to understand, they want to feel close to people, they want to get to the bottom of things. But what I'm getting is you need to get to the bottom of yourself first before you can do that with another. And I feel like that's where that frustration is really coming in, because at the beginning of the reading I was sensing, oh my gosh, Scorpio, you're really frustrated. And I couldn't figure out why you were so frustrated. But now I come to that realization, it's because you're frustrated because you feel like nobody understands you, but there's still this piece of you that doesn't really understand yourself. And so to really explore that aspect of yourself and really give yourself that permission to not have boundaries, allow yourself to really go out of the ordinary for yourself. Just because you think you might like something, or because you're afraid that you're not gonna, you're gonna be a bad person for wanting certain things, doesn't mean that that's true. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're getting to this point where you're having to really learn what it is that you actually deserve. And so I feel like at this moment in time, a lot of my Scorpios, you're having to really get to know yourself. What is your preferences? What do you really like? And that's really going to help you guys start to learn more about yourself, so that the more you know about yourself, then the more you're even able and more capable of finding people that can resonate with who you really are and appreciate who you really are. So that's kind of what I'm getting for a lot of you guys. Having to discover why you're in so much pain. And I feel like it's because a lot of you guys, you felt like you were so unloved, or that you were not capable of being seen. I'm also getting a lot of you guys felt like you were unappreciated, and this is something that I'm also picking up here. Oh, I dropped a card. 1 second. I'm getting that for a lot of you guys, maybe you just felt like you were unseen, or that you just weren't taken seriously growing up. Nobody really listened to you, perhaps, or you just always felt overlooked. But I'm getting that you guys are going to start taking more action. You're going to start working towards yourself and bettering yourself, because I feel like some of you guys maybe feel like you were broken, but you're not broken, Scorpio. But we all can improve. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're needing to learn that you are not broken. That's something that just keeps coming up heavily. So these two came out at the exact same time, the heart chakra and the inspiration card. And I feel like the inspiration card, it flew out and it went under the table like it was trying to hide. And I feel like it's somehow connected to your heart chakra here, because we have idea, spark, conception, and impulse. I feel like at a young age, maybe there was something that you really enjoyed that you wanted to share with people. Like maybe you had an inspirational thought or an idea, and maybe you got shut down. So maybe you were taught that, wow, okay, maybe I shouldn't really have these thoughts or these beliefs or these ideas. So people really shaped the way that you got inspired, because maybe the way that you got inspired was something that people maybe looked down upon, or you just never really felt like you were seen. You know, when we have creative ideas and we become creative, and say if you drew on the walls or something, right, and your mom sees you and she gets mad at you because you're drawing on the walls and you get spanked, and then, you know, your beautiful artwork gets washed away, you learn that it's not okay to be creative. It's not okay to be fun. It's not okay to have these ideas, you know, because you thought out of the box. Hey, this is a huge blank wall. This is like a huge piece of paper, you know. You use your imagination. Sometimes we get disciplined, or we got taught that that's wrong. So we have here action, movement, perseverance, discipline, and motivation. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you were so afraid for a while, Scorpio, to maybe take action in parts of your life, because for a while, maybe some of you guys were afraid to really get out of your comfort zone. You were afraid to really move past this. And it's because, again, it's taken you this long to really start to integrate parts of yourself into this situation. And I feel like a lot of you guys are starting to become more disciplined inside of yourself. So it takes time to get disciplined. It takes time to have the movement. The root chakra is the densest chakra. It's the lowest energy point in our body. And so when we start getting into the flow of the root chakra, it's like a slow, steady beat. So it's every single day doing a routine or doing a specific thing over and over and over again. And it takes time. It's movement, it's perseverance, it's discipline. And you're having to constantly do that. And I feel like for some of you, you're trying to get more into a routine here, Scorpio, and you're trying to become more grounded in yourself, and you've been working on it, and I feel like it's really helping you. And I don't know why I'm picking this up, but for some of my Scorpios, perhaps you guys are getting into breathing exercises, and I feel like that's what's really helping you guys, and really not only helping you open up emotionally by just opening up that like focusing your breath in your stomach, that's really helping that sacral. But I also feel like it's really helping you get more grounded into the body. So if you guys are doing that, continue doing that. It's actually helping you. You just need to keep persevering forward until you can really see the results. For others of you, that might be something that you might be interested in. We also have here choice. Free will, courage, willpower, and change. So I feel like a lot of my Scorpios right now, you guys are coming to this realization, you know, everything we do is a choice. And sometimes it's hard for us to see, because sometimes we can be pinned into a corner, or we feel like we don't have many choices. But the choices are unlimited. It's like when you play a game of chess, the possibilities are unlimited. There's so many ways, not one chess game is the same as another. And I feel like the possibilities I feel like the possibilities are so strong that there's so many different ways to get out of situations or to make choices in our lives. And I feel like for a lot of my Scorpios, learning to figure out what are healthier choices that I can be making, because I am the one that can lead myself. I have free will. Nobody can take that from me. So I feel like a lot of you guys are starting to build up a little bit more of your self-confidence and self-worth. But the way to do that is to learn to become a little less indecisive and a little more grounded in your decision making, being a little bit more alert by that and saying, you know what, I need to be more grounded. I need to be able to make these decisions for myself, because now it's time to put myself first, because putting myself last, and I've been doing it for a while, it's not working for me. So let me try something different. And that's how the approach that you should come at it for this month is, how can I put myself first and help myself so that I can help others when I feel like I can, when I feel like I'm replenished, when I feel like I'm better. We also have here at the bottom of the deck, connection, universal oneness, love, interconnection, and support. It's like, again, you're craving this sense of connection here, Scorpio. And I feel like it's because, again, you're disconnected from yourself. You're disconnected from your higher self. And one of the ways to get back into that higher self is getting in touch with your third eye, your womb space, your heart chakra. A lot of the feminine chakra is more of an inner self work kind of a thing. You start to feel things more. So working through your heart chakra and is really going to help you. So your heart and your root, balancing those out, helping you get more grounded, more strong, is going to really help you guys become more connected to those around you. So although I feel like for a lot of you guys, this is a lot to unpack and there's a lot of pain and a lot of layers to this situation, I feel like a lot of you guys, this is a very hard thing for you to go through. It's a very touchy subject for some of you, but once you really start to embrace your power, once you start to realize that you deserve better in life, that you should never allow what isn't working for you to stay in your life. You deserve to upgrade. You deserve to have a better life. Once you start making better choices and start doing things better for yourself, that's when you're going to start to really see the results here, Scorpio. That's when your life's really going to open up to you, is when you start taking better care of your body, your health, your environment around you. Start taking better care of your stuff and you're going to start to feel better about yourself. So that's really what I have for my Scorpios for the month of May. Hopefully this resonates and helps you in some way. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great and wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.